Ko Marijke Warmenhoven taku ingoa, ko rangi mai te hei taku mama, ko Johannes Cornelius Warmenhoven taku papa. He tati mana ia, engari ki te taha o taku kuia, ko hikurangi te maunga, ko waiapu te awa, ko Ngāti Rangi, ko te whānau rua taupare ki Tokomaru, ko Ngai Tāne, ko te whānau a Pōkai, ko Ngāti Horowai, aku hapu, ko Ngāti Parau te iwi. Ki te taha o taku kraua, ko whanakau te maunga, ko te keriu, me rau kōkore ngā awa, ko te whānau maru haere muri, me te whānau a kahurauto, aku hapu, ko te whānau apanui, te iwi. Tēnā koutou katoa.
Marijke, we'd like to get to know you a little bit better, so we're going to start off with some quick fire questions. The first one is, what is your favourite food and who cooks that?
My favourite food is kaimoana and I cook it.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
I can be both, but I would say I'm more nocturnal.
If you could write a book about anything, what would you write that book about?
Oh, my big dynamic family. It'll be nearly like a Game of Thrones series.
How would you describe yourself in one word?
Dynamic.
What is your hidden talent?
Being super protective.
Football or rugby?
Oh, hard one being half Dutch. I'd have to say rugby, living in Ngāti Parau.
Favourite genre of music?
Oh, I'd have to say hip hop, funk.
If you could wave a magic wand over Tairāwhiti and fix one thing, what would you fix?
Our taiao, our state of our environment.
Tell me why you're running for council and in the Māori ward.
Because I have so much to offer. I've already given so much in a voluntary capacity to my community, to my iwi, to my hapu, to my whānau, to my marae. I was actually campaign manager for the Māori Party back in 2005. Atarita Puananga was the successful candidate at the time. One of the things that Atarita tunnelled for during her time were for the Māori seats and a tangata whenua committee, of which none came to fruition at that time. So in a way I'm here representing the aspirations of my foremothers, forebearers, forefathers, the aspirations of our tūpuna. So as tangata whenua, and considering the demographic here, 51% Māori population in the city alone. Myself residing up in Ruatoria, which is predominantly Māori community. So why wouldn't we support a stronger voice to represent this demographic? You know, I'm half Dutch, half Māori, so I've always said I come from the coloniser and the colonised. Makes me in a good position to affect good change for both sides.
If you are elected, what would be your number one priority?
I think I've always been a strong advocate for things environmental. I committed my tertiary studies to a degree, a Bachelor of Science, Environmental Science, with the relevant components of law. And I finished that back in 2003. And so coming home as well, and the forestry, the impacts of forestry on our land, on our waterways, on our kapata kai within the ocean. There's a lot to be done in regards to better ways of managing our land and our natural resources. So yeah, very passionate environmentally and also socially, improving the disparities between Māori and non-Māori in a predominantly, Māori community.
Who are at-risk whānau in the community and how can council help them?
Our at-risk whānau are our homeless whānau, our tangata whaiora, our whānau that are under mental health. You know, we need to work with the gangs better. You know, I'm a believer of if we want to fix society and lift society, we need to fix those that are most down and out in our communities first for us all to truly thrive. You know, the homeless situation, what are we doing about that? How are we collaborating with the people, the iwi, the hapu, the marae even? How are we collaborating? How are we making conversation with these homeless people and trying to find real solutions for them? Each situation is a unique situation.
Are you anti-vax or anti-mandate at all? Or thoughts on that?
I am vaxxed, but I didn't support the way the government has gone about the vaccination program. The kind of segregation that kind of happened in society, it nearly got a bit nasty.
What do you think makes a good council?
Oh, a good council listens to the voice of the people. A good council has in place good, robust policies and procedures, plans in place that a good council engages in thorough and good consultation with its stakeholders, with its ratepayers. A good council services its rural communities just as good as it does its city community. And so I will say that as someone that resides in Ruatoria for nearly the last 20 years and born and bred up the coast essentially, and it's very clear there's so much that city residents get that we don't get up the coast. So, you know, for example, the oldest street in Ruatoria, Marijke Ave, has no footpath or proper drainage in it. There's parts of our road, State Highway 35, going up the coast between Gisborne and Ruatoria, that have never been fixed, or no real solution has been brought to whereby they're just always under maintenance. So yeah, what will I be bringing to the council table? Definitely a strong rural community voice for us coast communities up the east coast. Definitely a strong voice for our environment, our rivers, our oceans, our water quality, our air quality, and better management of our land. And what else I will bring to council is foresight, decision making for the next generations.